Hey guys and gals, A here. Welcome to another episode of EDCQ. Today we're talking flashlights, brand new flashlights. You want to know what they are, some info on them, and my thoughts? Come on back because here we go. Alright guys and gals, so like a lot of EDC people and just people in general, I love flashlights, and Olight has dropped some new flashlights. They sent me some product over to test and review and give my opinions on, and I didn't pick what I got. They sent me a few flashlights, and let's jump into this so it doesn't run like 2 hours. So I love a headlamp. I love a 90-degree light. If you've watched for any length of time on my channel, you know that in my bag or in my pocket is frequently the Olight Peron 2 Mini, or Through Night has like the HC90 or something. Two different 90-degree angle flashlights that are small and pocket-sized. And so I have the Peron 2 Mini a lot in my bag or in my pocket, and the strap is in my bag if I'm carrying it. Like if I'm carrying the light, I have the strap, the head strap. And the other light that they have that is a 90-degree angle headlamp is the Peron 2, which is a larger version. I have that as well. And that one doesn't get pocket carried unless I'm like camping or need a heavier duty light for some reason. But that one is frequently in a bag. If I'm carrying a backpack or a larger EDC bag, that's one of the first I think of to grab because I love a powerful light and I love a 90-degree angle. So Olight has updated their Perun. They now have the Peron 3. So it's same body style we have seen for so long, and the Peron does have that 90-degree head. We do have 3 emitters, as well as that little dot in the middle is a red light. So we have a red light added on to this light, which I think is key. I love a red light. I could be wrong, don't quote me on it, but I was messing around with my light, my Peron 2, and I even looked it up in the book. I don't believe that one has a red light. The Mini does, but I don't believe the Peron 2 does. This one has it added, and I am stoked about that. So some specs on here. What are we getting in the upgrade from the Peron 2 to the Peron 3? The 2 is 2500 lumens. The 3 is 3000 lumens. So we are getting a significant boost on turbo. The 2 on a moonlight mode will run for 12.5 days, which is awesome. That is absolutely incredible. Nearly 2 weeks. The 3 on moonlight mode will run for 20 days, so that's nearly 3 weeks. So we are increasing lumens, we are increasing time that it can run, and the meters on the light are 166 for the 2, 160 for the 3. So we do lose a little bit in the meters, the distance that the light will throw, but it's 160, so you're not talking about a thrower anyways. You're talking about more of a floodlight, like more of an aerial light when you're talking that kind of meters to an extent. And the function is pretty easy. You have a side switch right here, which is actually, it's got some texture to it, so your finger finds it immediately, works well. Press on, press off, and then you hold to cycle through the different modes. Double tap gets you to turbo, which is, I mean, that's throwing some heat off of there. And then it does have memory mode, so you do come on to the last mode used unless the last mode was turbo, and you're just going to come on to the last mode used prior to turbo. And now we get into SOS mode, and back into SOS mode. And then so you got lockout. If you hold down for 2 to 3 seconds, you go into lockout mode. To come out of lockout mode, you hold again, the light flash and let us know we were out. And let me figure out how to get back into the red mode. I do actually have the user manuals with me, which I never ever use, but new lights, I wanted to make sure that I was getting all the info. So we got lockout, we got turbo, we got all the lights, the switching of the lights, So to get into red, we do what? Well, I said it had a red light. It has a red light. It does have a red light. How do I get it to red light mode? This is why you're hanging out with me, so you can watch me do this instead of you figuring this out. Red light, here we go. So we are on. So when you are off, if you double press, you go into red light. When you are on and you double press, you go into turbo. So, and that actually bumped it down immediately for the proximity sensor. And you can turn off the proximity sensor during the cycle you are using the light. So if I'm using the light, I can actually turn off the proximity sensor, and you just kind of double press. But the next time you turn on, like you turn off the light, next time you turn it on, the proximity sensor will be re-enabled because it is a safety feature. But so if the light is off and you double push, you go into red light mode. And if the light is on and you double push, you go into turbo, which is pretty cool. So there you go. So double push to get into your fancy modes. Absolutely love this light. I love a 90-degree light. It is not going to be pocket carried. Often for me, that's not what I do with the larger flashlights. They are bag carried, and this one will definitely see a bag. It also comes with the head strap. You do have the strap on top as well as the one around your head. And we also have, I don't know if it's going to come in, we have some clear grip right here that's going to adhere to your head really well, or your hat or your helmet, whatever you're wearing it on, and it will stay put. And the light, I haven't actually put it in yet, so there we go. The light just kind of snaps in. You got a couple grooves that click in, and then your headlamp is ready to rock and roll. Love a headlamp, love the lumens, love the length of time. This is a great light to keep in a bag. You can keep the strap with you if you want. You don't have to, that's your jam. But this is a great light to keep in your bag. It has an excellent run time. It has a really good lumen. You're gonna be able to search with it. You're gonna be able to find stuff. Like, great backup light. Red light, I highly recommend. I love a red light. So let's talk about light number 2, which I had actually heard rumors of and was so happy to know that it was true. I love the O bulbs. If you don't know about them, they're a ball-shaped light. They have a band on the bottom, orange, black, white, like just a band, and then the top part of it glows. So you can push it and activate it. You can have a white light, a red light, a green light, a myriad of colors. Some of the more basic models you just kind of push to cycle through what mode you're in. Others you can connect to your phone and have it cycle to music or TV. Super cool and innovative. And I heard a rumor that they were going to make one that didn't have the bottom band, that the whole thing that the whole thing would be able to glow as opposed to just the top part. And here it is. The rumor is indeed true. So this is the O-bulb sphere. And as you can see there, this is a band. In the other models, below the band was solid. So like I have a blue band here, the whole bottom of this would have been blue. So you would have that glowing, which was cool and so innovative, and I loved it. But they took that away and now the whole thing glows. I have mine in one of the rotating colors. You simply push. So if this is on a table or magnetized to something, you just push on it. If you're holding it, you do want to hold the top and bottom, and a single push rotates you to different modes. It comes with these modes here that I'm doing. I am not controlling this with my phone. This is actually just modes that they offer. There's just the white light. Now, one thing you can do, and it'll be easier to see here, is you hold down, and we just went brighter. You hold down and it'll dim, and so you can stop anywhere in there you want. We have white and red that are solid. I am going to cover this up real quick because this one's going to strobe in red. And then you get back into these modes, and even these you hold to dim and you hold to brighten. So great functionality. All those modes that I just cycled through are what it comes with. You can use the white one and use it kind of as a lantern a little bit, add some area light. The red one is great for nighttime, or if you're using it as a night light. All these fun options here. And then it also has inside of the manual here, you get a QR code, one for Android, one for Apple. Use that, download the app, and then sync this up to where it'll play to the, it'll light up along to the music you have going on, to the TV you have going on. You can set up different scenarios that they have. I haven't played with it a ton yet, but you might even be able to set up your own scenarios. I know you can pick your own solid colors and stuff like that. So really cool, really fun. It comes with a little magnetic coin that has a sticky back, so you can attach it to something and then be able to pop this up. Corners of walls, fun tip. A lot of houses in the United States, if you have where a corner of your wall doesn't have crown molding, that is going to be metal, and so you can pop this up right there. We do that around the house, and it's a lot of fun. We have little kids. You can put the tag up wherever you want and attach it. And then they also send you some googly eyes. They send you two. Some of my O bulbs I put both eyes on, some I put none. This one I gave it one eye, so it's a one-eyed monster there. I absolutely love these. To get it to turn back off, you double press and it powers down with the green lights. I haven't used it enough yet to have it die and recharge. I don't know for certain. I do wonder if as your battery gets lower, if that color will maybe be yellow to let you know you're in a certain battery area, and then red to be like, hey, we need to recharge. Or it just could be that every time you power down, which is a double click, it greens down. Don't know. Love that light. Super stoked to see it. That is going to be a favorite O bulb of mine for sure. The sphere. Love it. Proud of it. Will probably purchase more of those on my own because I do love these sphere type lights. Absolutely love that it is fully lit up and the customizability. So highly recommend those. And then the last light, which I did not know about. This was not on my radar at all. I didn't know I needed it, and I freaking love it. It might be my favorite bag light ever. This will get pocket carried, and it has been pocket carried, but I see relegating this to my EDC bag and it's staying there unless I want, some other functionality. This is the Baton Turbo. So it is a thrower. That is the difference in this light and other lights. It is small. It looks freaking awesome. I love the looks on this. Has a very deep carry pocket clip. It is reversible, so you could clip this onto your hat, and now you have your own headlamp. And this thing is a thrower. And when I say it's a thrower, so I compared this to the Baton 4, which is a small pocket-sized light. This one, the head on this is larger in diameter. Otherwise, it's fairly similar in size, and it's longer. The Baton 4 is about that size right there. Like, take off the top of this light. So you are adding some dimensions to get this light, but what you're getting in return is incredible. So it's not a direct comparison to the Baton 4 because they are different lights, but the Baton 4 comes in at 1300 lumens. This one comes in at 1000. So now the other one obviously has a higher turbo. But if we look at medium, because that's just kind of where I leave my lights on in a lot of cases. When I turn them on and they have memory mode, they're going to go back to medium because that's what I like. Both of these on medium, the Baton 4 and the Baton Turbo, are running 60 lumens. So they're a very similar light when you compare it in that way. Like, their steps are going to be very similar in low, medium, high. And the Baton 4 runs at 60 lumens on medium for 8 hours. This one runs for 10 hours. So 60 lumens for 10 hours. So a lot of capability in the light. And the light itself, on moonlight, the Baton 4 will run for 30 days. This Baton Turbo is going to run for 50 days. So you're talking a lot of time, a lot of functionality in this light. And here's the kicker, and the part of this light that I was like, oh my gosh, that's absolutely incredible. The Baton 4 is 170 meter light. The Perun 2 is 166. This one is 160. So those are the kind of meters we're looking at with a lot of Olights. A lot of these that are more of like the floodlight. This is definitely a spotlight. So the Baton 4, 170 meters. The Baton Turbo is coming in at 510 meters. This thing is a beast of a spotlight, and I love it. It has a, you can see it right there. It has a very nice spotlight, and then you can see like the spill is coming to like kind of the tips of my fingers here. And as I get closer, you can see it better. That thing stays true regardless of how far you get away. So I've been shooting it from like one side of my dining room all the way through the kitchen, down the hallway to the wall in the guest room. So as far as I can get apart from each other. And this obviously gets bigger the further you are, but it is just as clear. You have the hot spot in the middle, you have the spill, and all of it is a perfect circle. It is absolutely incredible. I love this light. Now, most of my EDC lights, whether it is a Peron 2 Mini or the Baton 4 or the i3T or any other light I have, most of them are going to be kind of your standard 170, 150, 200 meter range. And they're going to fill that gap. Like they're going to be that kind of a light for me. This one is going to live in my bag for the spotlight purpose. That is incredible. It has different functionalities than the other lights I use. I had no idea how much I needed one or would like one, but I freaking love this. I highly recommend this light. I'm amazed. I love it. All of these were incredible. I love the Peron 3, grab you one, headlights, 90-degree angle lights, highly recommend. Red light function, yes. The Sphere, absolutely love, fun light, play with it use it as a night light, use it as an accent light, whatever. Take it out when you're sitting on the patio, grilling, like whatever. And then this light as a spotlight, best flashlight drop ever. I love all three of these, highly recommend them all. Let me know what you think. Have you tried any of like the predecessors of these lights? Are you excited for these? Once you get your hands on these, what do you think? And how many spheres are you going to end up owning? I'm on the plus or minus on 4.5. So place your bets. We'll see where I end up. 4.5's the line. Go for it. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys and gals. I hope you enjoyed these lights as much as I do. I will definitely do follow-ups on these as I carry them because they will get used. I will do like a review on this after I've carried it for a while and let you know what I think of this long term. And then plan on seeing these around because they're awesome. So thank you for hanging out with me. I will be back with new content soon. And remember, EDC, EDC.